All right, folks. You may notice the lovely, my slippers. We kick those off. It's a little chilly in here. But since I don't really get to see you for Wednesday, I thought I'd share my little Wild Pant Wednesday with you, just in case you were missing them. But let's find a comfortable seat. You can either be crisscross applesauce. You can bring your seat to your heels and be kneeling. You can sit on a block, sit on a pillow, a bolster. Let me change one thing right quick. And there we go. Okay. And especially for those parents out there, if you can, close your eyes. Hopefully nothing will break. And you might have 45 minutes to self or with a quiet little one next to you. So yeah, everyone close your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Make a little bit of sound with that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And trying to keep the lips touching. They don't have to be pressed together, but so that we're inhaling and exhaling only through the nose. And I want you to start with shifting your weight forward and back. If you need to open your eyes to see this, that's fine. But whether you're seated or on your knees or crisscross, I just want you to work on finding your sits bones. Shifting forward and back and finding that equal weight distributed front to back. And then just through the hips, you're going to shift left and right. So allowing hips to shift all the way over to that left sits bone, all the way over to the right, and then finding a neutral seat. So allowing the sits bones to be heavy, allow that tailbone to be rooted towards the ground. So you may find yourself bringing your pubic bone gently, small amount, up towards the belly button. Tailbone or your coccyx reaches to the floor. And we're going to do 5 full breaths here. Allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Allow your eyebrows to relax. Allow your shoulders and your ribs to shift slightly towards the back body. And then coming forward onto all fours, or a quadruped stance. 2 hands, 2 knees, 2 feet. Moving through a few cat-cows. Inhale as you let the belly fall, and the crown of the head reaches towards the tailbone. And as you exhale, allowing the center of your spine to reach up towards the ceiling. Nose comes towards the belly button lifts to the spine. Moving at your own pace, you're going to do about 4 more of these. Inhale as you let the belly fall, reach the chest forward. And just remind yourself, as you inhale, let the belly fall, let the tailbone reach to the crown of the head, just as much as the crown of the head reaches towards the tailbone. Same thing, pubic bone comes towards the nose, nose comes towards the pubic bone. Keeping the mouth closed, the lips touching so that you can hear the audible inhale and exhale through the nose. Maybe on your last one, you look up towards the ceiling, reach the chin, get a nice little neck stretch. Finding a neutral spine. And straighten the legs. Push back into a downward facing dog. And And walk your dog a few times each side here. Bend into one knee. Let the other leg straighten. Trying to get that straight leg heel to the floor. Saying hello, hamstrings. And push your entire palm into the floor to reach your armpits towards your knees. Let the head go. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Lift your heels high and then lower them back down. Keep pushing the hands into the ground. Lift the heels high and then lower them back down. Let's do 2 more. Lifting the heels high for an inhale, exhale, lower. Last one, lift the heels high and exhale, lower. Walk the feet forward to in between the hands. Inhale for a half lift. Hands will come to the shins or the thighs for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you come all the way up to standing, sweeping the arms wide, up overhead, palms touch, and then exhale, palms to the sternum. And let's create some heat since it's a little chilly outside. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Palms together, look up. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Inhale as the arms come back in line with the ears. Exhale for a small back bend. Inhale, nice and tall. We're going to do that again. And exhale, small back bend. Knees and hips come forward. Glutes come on, abdominals come on. Inhale, nice and tall. And then exhale, swan dive forward as you let the arms part. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands to the shins or thighs for a lovely flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands down and step or jump back to a high plank. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Let's lower all the way down here. So you're going to let your elbows hug the rib cage. Those triceps are hugging in, lowering down, chin first, then chest, then belly. Release your shoelaces down, and with weight in your hands, press yourself up for a little cobra. And I don't want you to think of arching the back. I want you to think of lengthening forward and then coming up. Lower back down, curl the toes under. Inhale and exhale. I want you to press yourself all the way up. Fly your hips back to a downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward in between the hands. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms wide, coming all the way up to standing. And exhale, palms to the sternum. Adding on. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Exhale, interlace your hands and then drop those shoulders. Try and pull the arms back in line with the ears. On your next exhale, small back bend. Maybe you even start to look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, swan diving forward. Let the arms part slowly. Let the belly fall, chest, then head. Place the hands down. Again, step or jump back to a high plank. And you're going to take your time here. Inhale. Shift your weight forward on the tippy toes. Shoulders are in front of the wrist. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. Slow, 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 slow. Release the shoelaces. Press yourself up for a little cobra. You're going to lower back down so your nose and forehead are on the mat. I want you to imagine a little marble right in front of your nose, and like a cat would push that marble away with your nose so you lengthen the posterior side of your neck. Put some more weight into your hands and press a little higher. Elbows hug the rib cage or reach towards the feet. Lower back down. Inhale, press that marble away. Exhale, come on up. Now, if you were to take your hands off the mat, can you stay lifted? Using that upper back. Pubic bone is pressing into the mat, glutes can be on. Place the hands down. And I want you to extend the arms now. Extend the arms a little more. Maybe they only are halfway bent. Maybe they become straight. Lift your abdominals. Pushing the tops of your feet in. Lift your thighs off the ground. Breathe. Reach your chest out between those biceps. Flip your feet over and push back into a downward facing dog. Give me 3 full breaths here. Building a little bit more heat. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, use your abdominals to lift those hips. Fly them back to a downward dog. 3 more. Inhale, coming forward. Waking up those shoulders. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. 1 more. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, abdominals lift, those hips high, fly them back. Walk the feet forward and between the hands, or you can always walk your hands to your feet. Inhale for a half lift, hands to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. While you're down here, nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Nod the head, yes. And inhale as you sweep the arms wide, coming all the way up to standing, arms up overhead, try not to fall over. Exhale, palms to the sternum. And folks, I don't care if you have your big toes touching, the feet touching, hip width apart, you take care of you. Let's add on a little more. Thanks for being here today. Here we go, sweep the arms wide, inhale. Exhale, interlace hands, drop shoulders. Inhale, pull the arms back. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, let the arms part, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, half lift. Exhale, fold. Place the hands down, again, step or jump back to your high plank. And your choice if you want to lower all the way down. I'm going to lower halfway down and come up through my up dog, but it's completely up to you. Here we go. Inhale, come forward, exhale, lowering all the way down or halfway down, coming through your cobra or your up dog. So our thighs are off the ground if you can. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted, breathe. Push the entire circumference of your palm into the ground. 1 more breath. Exhale into a downward facing dog. Inhale, that left heel comes high. Exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest and place it in between the hands. Bring your right knee to the mat and bring your torso up. You can place your hands right here on your thigh. And we're going to say hello to your right hip flexor. So we're going to inhale. I want you to squeeze that right glute. Exhale, you're going to shift your entire body forward. So you'll inhale as you back out as much as you want to. Exhale, shift forward. Don't just lean forward. We're working through the hips here. Inhale, back out. Exhale, shifting forward. Last one. Back out. Squeeze that right cheek, then exhale, come forward. You're going to curl your right toes under if they are not. Check out your left knee. Your left knee should be, I'm going to face you for a moment. I don't want it caving in, okay? So we need this external rotator to work. So your knee is going to track at least toes 2 through 5. Your big toe, I definitely want you to be able to see here because we're going to come off the ground and this side has got to work. Curl back toes under and straighten your right leg. Can you do that without coming all the way up here? So try and straighten that back leg. leg. I'll show you from the side. My right leg is not completely straight. I'm trying to fight to straighten that back leg. So again, I'm feeling an opening in that right quad. If you need to come down at any time, you come down for a moment. Go ahead, come down, because I did, and I forgot to tell you. So we're going to do little pulses. Inhale, exhale, straighten that right leg. You want more intensity? Bring your arms up. Inhale, bend into that right knee. Exhale, extend. They can be 1 inch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Last one. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And inhale, you're going to hinge forward. Reach your hands forward. Place them on the mat on either side of that left foot. Lift the left foot off the ground. Fly it back to your 3-legged dog. Whew. Open mouth exhales are okay, I promise. We're going to say hello, left hamstring, and we're going to get 10 little pulses here of reaching left heel and hamstring up towards the ceiling. Small amount. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Arms are straight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left foot down to meet the right. And moving through your chaturanga. Inhale, come forward into your high plank. And like I said, you can lower all the way to the ground or halfway. But inhale as you lower down. Exhale, come up through your up dog or your cobra. And exhale into a downward facing dog. Inhale, your right heel comes nice and high. Exhale, bring that right knee in towards the chest. Place it down in between the hands. Bring your left knee to the ground. And on your next exhale, place your hands on that right thigh. Bring your torso up. Another thing that may help you folks, you don't have to line yourself up here on a tight wire, meaning front leg and back leg. You can keep that right foot out as far as you need to keep balance with the back leg. So we're going to inhale as we squeeze that left glute. Exhale, we're going to shift our weight forward, getting a left front quad stretch. Inhale, come back. Exhale, squeeze and come forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, shifting the pelvis and everything forward. Our last one, inhale, come back. Squeeze left cheek and then shift forward. Look at that right knee. Is it coming towards the inside of the body or am I tracking toes 2 through 5? And here we go. We're going to curl your left toes under if they're not already. And if you need to have blocks here, pillows, that's fine. I want you to try and straighten that left leg. Okay, it may not straighten very far. It may only come off the ground and hover. Stay lifted. Try and bring your torso back to get even more of an opening in that left front hip. Here we go for a few pulses. Inhale as you bend. Exhale, extend. For more heat, bring your arms up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Inhale, left knee bends. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale as you reach your hands forward, placing them on either side of the right foot. Lift your right foot off the ground. Fly it back to your 3-legged dog. Breathe. And let's not forget our 10 lovely pulses. Hello, right hamstring. Here we go. Small pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot lowers down to match the left. And moving through your chaturanga. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Take a breath here, folks. And remind your triceps to hug the rib cage. Inhale. And exhale as you lower down, coming up through your up dog or cobra. Stay here long enough to drop those shoulders, bring them together, reach your chest forward. Next exhale, downward facing dog. And a little special treat, let's take a child's pose. So your knees will go wide, release shoelaces to the floor, and bring your seat to your feet. And give yourself a little shift of the hips left and right, and see if you can nestle in any more. Letting the belly fall towards the floor, letting the chest fall to the floor. Let the forehead make contact with the mat. One more breath. Curl your toes under, place the hands out in front of you, and start to straighten your legs. We'll come into that downward facing dog. So again, using your entire palm to push your body away from the floor, especially that index finger, that knuckle. Lift your kneecaps. How do we do that? We engage our quads. So push your thighs into your hamstrings. Let your chest come towards your toes. Hello, hamstrings. Lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. Find a little bit more of a deeper stretch for that hamstring. And then let the heels fall towards the ground. Gently walk your feet toward the hands. We have been upside down a while. Give yourself a moment. Inhale, hands to the shins or the thighs for a half lift and a flat back. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Inhale as you sweep the arms wide, coming all the way up to standing, slowly, easily. And exhale, palms to the sternum. Ooh. Squeeze those cheeks. See if you get any little pops out here in the front. Let's continue on with a few little hip things. But we're going to make our way to the mat through chair. So chair, you have options of coming onto the heels, or excuse me, onto the toes, the balls of the feet, having the heels be lifted the entire time. Oh, if you want a little extra, Nikki, there you go. If not, keep your feet flat on the ground. Hands can stay here at the sternum. They can be on the hips, or you can keep them out in front of you. It is completely up to you. But we're going to take, Charlie, what's your favorite number between 1 and 10?
6.
We're going to take 6 breaths to get down to our lowest chair. Don't worry, sometimes I have them do 8 or 12, so 6 is pretty good. They're probably like, thank you, Charlie. So your lowest point in chair, you can have your arms up here if you want. Maybe here, so then you're going to take 6 breaths to get to here. Your lowest chair may be here, so you're going to take 6 breaths. So similar to push-ups, but not push-ups. Your feet can be as far apart as you want. Like I said, you can have big toes touching, feet together, or feet hip width apart. Here we go. Place your hands wherever you'd like them. Inhale, exhale, bend those knees, lower down. 1. Inhale, exhale, lower down. 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. We're going to pause here. What is my tailbone doing? Do I have that sway back? Don't. Let your tailbone root down towards the ceiling. Pubic bone comes up. Inhale, exhale, 5. And inhale, exhale, 6. So go ahead, make your way all the way to your back. Lie on your back, and you're going to bring knees towards the chest first. So I want you to hug both knees in if you can. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to hug them like this and lie on my back. So you're literally going to compress all of those abdominal contents, all the organs. Let your head go if you can. I know this is very challenging for me to hug them into my chest. My hip flexors want to stop that. Now, let the knees go wide. So knees are still bent, but let the knees go in the direction of the shoulders. And then give yourself a little rock side to side. So you're massaging the low back, the kidney area, letting those knees fall. And then you're gonna place both feet flat on the ground. And you're gonna cross right leg over left. And you're gonna let the legs fall to the left side of the body until that right foot is flat on the floor. Some of you may already feel this in the right hip. I even feel it like in my psoas or even in my obliques. Let's bring the arms out to the side like a T. Let your left knee now fall towards the floor. So now we're in a side figure 4. You can choose to always stay right where you are, folks. You could choose to back out, or we can add a little more. You want to add a little more. You're going to bring your left knee and right foot in the direction of that left hand. So we're adding a little more stretch. So even by you just engaging your left abdominals, left knee coming up towards that left hand, that should add more of a stretch to your right hip. You can even get more of a stretch if you let your head fall to the right or start to look at that right hand. So right foot is flat on the floor. Left knee is going to inch that right foot in the direction of the left hand. If it's comfortable for you, I want you to push your right knee towards the feet, towards the left foot actually. So away from the body. Back out, inhale, bring your knees back up to like a tabletop. Put both feet on the ground. You may need to shift your hips a little bit. Cross your left thigh over your right. Let your legs fall to the right-hand side of your body until the left foot is flat on the floor. Hang out here for just a moment. Notice, does this do anything for me? Maybe, maybe not. You want a little more. Your right knee is going to fall towards the ground until it's right next to that left ankle. That should increase or intensify the stretch of the left hip. Right knee is going to come up in the direction of the right hand. So it's going to bring that left foot with it. Getting even more of a stretch in that left outer glute. For me, this is about as much as I could handle right now in my left hip. If you wanted a little more, you would gently coax or push that left knee in the direction of the right foot. Adds just a little bit more to that left outer glute and hip. Inhale, bring your knees back up to like a tabletop position, both of them, and then bring both feet flat on the ground. And I want you to do pelvic clocks here. So imagine, I want you to roll a marble around the bowl of your pelvis. Or you can think of shooting your pelvis towards 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock, or the direction of the feet, the direction of the nose. You can go a marble rolling it across the belly from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Just finding some movement in the pelvis, trying to free that up. You're going to extend your right leg long. I don't want you to dorsiflex your foot or bring your toes towards the shin. And you're going to hug that left knee in towards the chest. And use your biceps to literally pull that thigh to the chest and the abdomen. Hug, hug, hug. We are compressing that left leg, left thigh, left abdominals. Extend your right leg. Reach through that right heel and have it come off the ground. So right leg is straight, actively reaching through that right heel. Keep hugging left knee in towards the chest or towards the shoulder via the biceps, not the neck. Keep hugging left, reaching through right. Let the hands go. Extend that left leg long up towards the ceiling, and then let it lie down right next to your right leg. And just notice how much longer that left leg feels. Extend left leg long, actively reaching through that left heel. Hug right knee in towards the chest or towards the shoulder. Now we're compressing that right hip, the blood flow. So it's almost like we're limiting the blood supply. And then when we extend it long, it's amazing, the rush of blood that fills that lower extremity. So reaching through that left heel, left toes are in the direction of your left shin, left leg comes off the ground, and that right knee is still hugging in towards the chest, towards the shoulder. Think about your thighs almost going in opposite directions. One more breath. And release the arms. Extend your right heel towards the ceiling, leg straightens, and then let that right leg match the left. Bring it down the side. We're going to get one more, a little hamstring stretch. So let's come up to a seated position. Not yet, but we're going to do this by rolling like a ball. So you can either cross the knees, or cross the legs at the shins, or you can just bend both knees. And I want you to rock yourself up to a seated position. Balance on the sits bones. We're going to do this about, your favorite number was 6? 6. We're going to go with 6 again. Okay. So inhale as you rock back. Exhale as you roll up. Try and balance. This is as close to boat as we're going to get today. You guys know I love boat. Only because Nat said she wanted some hamstrings and Nikki wants some hips. Nikki and Nat have saved everybody else. Thank you, Nikki and Nat.
Thank you.
Charlie, thanks you. And on your 6th one or ish, go ahead and straighten your legs out long. If you want to and you have a foam roller close by, you can always put that underneath the knees to help. Some people will use bolsters here, some people use pillows, some people will just leave their knees bent like so. It's up to you. Some of you may have the flexibility like Gumby and Hope that you can straighten both legs and probably bring your nose to your knee. I cannot. Okay, so we're gonna do forward folds here. First of all, move the flesh from your sits bone. Remove the meat from your seat so you are on those sits bones. So it's almost like you may even be anteriorly tilted, shifted. But you're going to inhale, be up nice and tall, and we're going to hinge forward from the hips, not the waist. So you're just going to, every exhale, you're going to shift forward a little bit. This is at your pace. Inhale. And exhale, shifting forward. I want you to try and keep a flat back. And then it gets to a point for me where I can no longer keep my flat back. Stay there for 2 more breaths, wherever that point is. And when you've had your 2 more breaths, then allow yourself to forward fold, but don't just let head come over. I want you to think of a cascading waterfall. That first fold, the belly comes forward, then the chest, then shoulders, then neck, and then head. Let your head go here. You can place your forearms on the ground to help. You can place them on your thighs for a little extra support. You can keep knees bent. If your knees are bent like my own, you can actually choose to try and straighten them and then maybe back out or keep them straight. Let the head go. You want a little more, go ahead and reach for those toes or reach for the feet. Pull the toes back towards you. Maybe you're just right here on the shins, or maybe you're right here underneath the calves and allowing your arms to help you round forward. Think about the belly pulling up and in so that you're lifting first, then rounding forward. Nice little hamstring stretch. Upper back stretch. And you can use your hands to press your torso up, walk your legs back up your thighs. Whew, we're going to get a nice little QL stretch. So let the right sole of the foot, please know that I'm not mirroring you. The right sole of the foot will come into that left inner thigh. And left inner thigh is, well, my mic was this way, it's going towards the edge of my left front neck. And you're gonna let left forearm or elbow either come to that inner thigh, or if you can, you come towards the floor. It is up to you. Right arm is gonna reach up overhead. See if you can have your right bicep by the right ear. Rotate that right shoulder back, or the right chest lifts up towards the ceiling. Look up, and then allow yourself to arc over to the left. Less is more here. Don't push anything. Find your, maybe right before your limit. And if you're like, okay, this is feeling good, then you can bring, if your elbow's not on the ground, go ahead and bring it to the inside of the body. And again, biggest thing here, bring that left shoulder underneath you, right shoulder comes over the left. Breathe into those right ribs. You may even be feeling a left hamstring stretch. You want a little more, bring those left toes towards the ceiling. Inhale, you're gonna bring right arm down and lift your torso up. Exhale, unwind. Switch sides. Right heel will go to the right corner of your mat. Left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. And you're gonna gently rotate your body towards the left. That right elbow can either go towards the thigh, or if you know you're flexible enough to come all the way to the ground, do so. Otherwise, left arm comes up. If you can, get it in line with that left ear. And breathe in, lengthen up towards the ceiling with those left ribs, and then arcing up and over. You want a little more, bring that right forearm towards the floor, or not. And again, pull right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Again, reaching left ribs up towards the ceiling, and then arcing up and over. For a little extra fun, dorsiflex your right foot or toes to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, left arm comes down to the left side of the body. And exhale, bring yourself back to center. So we're gonna make our way into Shavasana. If you feel like you need one, or you've got a cramping in the hips or the glutes at all, and you need one more little stretch, you could do your own little figure 4 stretch here, another little happy baby, but I'll give you about 30 seconds here to make your way to your mat. You want to do a happy baby, Let the knees go wide, let the feet go wide, and hands can grab the inside of the foot, the outside of the foot. Massage that low back. And when you're ready, let one leg go long to the edge of your mat, one corner. Let the other leg go long. And 3 audible exhales. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Let the arms fall down by your side or out to a T. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And close the eyes or soften the gaze. Lift your head 1 inch off the ground. Tilt your head towards the chest or chin towards the chest, then set your head back down. So that way you're elongating the back side of the neck. And you're allowing that lower jaw to be able to drop towards the floor. And settle in, folks. Notice the stillness or the energy that has been created within the stillness of the body. Letting the head stay nice and heavy. Letting the back of the arms, the back of the hands melt into your mat. Letting the calves, the heels, the glutes just be supported by the earth beneath you. And let's take 2 full body breaths. And then bringing the awareness to your hands and feet. Bring the legs together, bring your hands together up above the head. Maybe a little side stretch from side to side. And rolling onto one side, allowing the knees to come towards the belly button. Allow your head to be supported by the bottom arm. On your next exhale, gently pressing your body up to a seated position using that top arm. Bringing the palms to touch in front of the sternum, allowing the chin to come towards the chest. And please know, folks, that I am so very grateful for you all taking time for yourselves this evening, whether your little ones joined you or not. Finding a moment to breathe, to be patient, and to just be present. Namaste. So, folks, thanks for being with me.